You can see the buoys in the water just in front of the Hilton San Diego Bayfront Hotel. When people look at those buoys, they don't realize how much work went into cleaning up the sediment in that area. That is the area of the former Campbell Shipyard. In the late 1800s to early 1900s, this area was part of a thriving industrial community. In addition to the shipyard, there was a municipal garbage dump, a municipal gas waste site, and a fueling wharf. These industries left behind some chemicals that persist in the environment. We call them legacy contaminants. In 1995, the San Diego Regional Water Quality Control Board issued a cleanup and abatement order. In 1999, the port took over with the goal to restore the environment from this contaminated site.
You know, you have a lot of pollutants that result from this activity. They get embedded in the sediments, picked up by the marine environment. They can work their way up the food chain. So it's not just an environmental health issue, it's a human health issue as well. So we work with the port not only towards the cleanup activity, but also the long-term monitoring plan as well.
The Water Quality Control Board is the state agency charged with enforcing the Clean Water Act and the Port of Cologne Water Quality Control Act to protect the waters of the nation and the state. The board issued its first cleanup and abatement order at the Campbell Shipyard site in 1995. Thereafter, there followed a period of investigation to determine exactly what steps would be necessary in order to protect the bay from the PCBs, the tributyl tin, and the heavy metals. This included doing investigative monitoring, characterizing sediment profiles, and the approach that was decided upon with the port was to implement a $15 million cleanup, which included excavation of about 15,000 cubic yards of sediment, the creation of a 1.6 acre eelgrass type of habitat, and the placement of an engineered and a habitat cap over the contaminated sediments to isolate them from the rest of the bay.
The port, working with stakeholders, identified that capping was the best and most innovative solution to address the contaminants. So far, the cap's working very well, and we're going to continue to monitor the success of this strategy into the future.
After collecting hundreds of samples and getting thousands of sample results back over 6 years, we have a very high level of confidence that the cap is working. We've also monitored the habitat cap where the eelgrass was planted for 5 years, and it's healthy and provides lots of habitat for young fish and marine life. The concentrations of the chemicals are more than 10 times lower than any of the action levels that are required under the permit.
I think we're coming a long way from where the bay used to be, you know, being really polluted, especially this particular site, you know, a long history of industrial activity and whatnot. And so I think we're really getting to the point where we can attain a fishable, swimmable bay at some point. And then this cleanup activity goes a long way to that.
10 years ago, the San Diego Water Board, the Port of San Diego, and the stakeholders took a necessary step away from litigation and towards remediation, towards actually cleaning up the bay and restoring its health. And that has actually now proven to be a success story in the bay. And San Diego Bay now, in part as a result of this cleanup, is better now than it's been any time in the last 100 years, and getting better. We were able to protect San Diego Bay for the benefit of present and future generations.